The base erosion and profit shifting project. We are not looking at BEPS, that's the acronym for that project. We're not looking at BEPS as a solution to all problems of India. We're not looking at it as something which is in line with India's thinking on the source-based principle, because it doesn't go as far as we would like it to go. But what we like about that project is that, firstly, thinking has changed. There is a need now which is realized that people have to move away from the old established principles of taxation. We have to think of new ways of dealing with these situations. And in that process, there is a shift towards recognizing the importance of functions carried out in source jurisdictions, and those functions being as important as the ownership of capital or the ownership of technology. So in that sense, we are happy with this project, and we have therefore decided to participate very fully in the endeavors of this project. There's work being done out there on many different aspects, on transfer pricing issues, on the digital economy issues, on aggressive tax planning issues. Yes, I mean, tax planning, I mean, the world has always said that it is a legitimate business concern. But when you talk of aggressive tax planning, then I think the world is realizing that this is not something which is in the interests of the global economy, and that it is creating distortions in the economy. And therefore, there has to be a balance somewhere in this concept of aggressive tax planning. So all these issues are then the dispute resolution mechanisms. All these are being addressed in different action plans of this BEPS project. I would, in fact, urge industry to participate or give their views on many of these topics. The discussion papers are now going to come out for public consultation. The first paper, I think, is already out or will be out in a couple of days. That is on transfer pricing documentation. Now, just to give you an idea of the sort of thinking that is going on, this documentation will be a two-tier documentation that is proposed. A master file with which has information about the enterprise as a whole globally, which also has information about how much income is accruing in which jurisdiction, how much tax is being paid in which jurisdiction, where do the intangibles lie, where do the costs centers lie. All those facts are there in that master file information. And then there is the local documentation, which may depend on the country-wise requirement as we have in India already, the local transfer pricing documentation rules.